one or two injuries in their starting lineup, but they also have Alexia Puteas and Aitana Bonmati, the winners of the last 5 women's Ballon d'Ors, in their midfield. It's only match week 2, but already this feels like a very big game for Roma, with Barcelona in such red-hot form. Now, these two sides have met previously in the quarter-finals 4 seasons ago. Over 40,000 were at the Stadio Olimpico to see Barcelona win by a 1-0. Roma Parajuelo, who is in the starting lineup tonight, scored the only goal. And then 55,000 were at the Camp Nou to watch Barcelona finish the job with a 5-1 victory. This promises to be a real test for these Roma players this evening. But to be competitive in the UEFA Women's Champions League, these are the sort of games in which you have to perform well in. Alexia Puteas leading Barcelona down the line. The undoubted super team of the women's game, but of course not the defending champions in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Roma are without their captain Manuela Giuliano and Luca Di Guillermo following last week's loss to Real Madrid. Shukurat Oladipo comes into the back 4, and Federica Toasen will operate in midfield. Vlada Greci will take the captain's armband, and the Barcelona loanee Giulia Dragoni is on the bench alongside a number of youngsters due to the lengthy injuries. Plenty of familiar faces in the Barcelona team. 1 or 2 surprises in the Roma lineup. Shukurat Oladipo only playing 2 appearances so far this season, but given the start tonight wearing number 19. Ivana Martincic of Croatia. The referee, Katrin Grabowski of Germany, is the VAR official. Greci, Puteas, the 2 captains. And Barcelona must do without the prolific Eva Payol, who faces timeout following a knee injury against Atletico. So Tika Nazareth will join the forward line. Irene Paredes and Caroline Graham-Hansen are on the bench. So Laia Alexandri comes into the back 4, and teenager Vicky Lopez will play on the right after 5 goals in 7 games at the start of the league season. Well, the ultimate test in many ways for Luca Rossettini and his players tonight. As we saw last week against Bayern München, if Barcelona click, they can be unstoppable. AS Roma just making them wait for a moment. 7 in their opening game in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Get this match on. Barcelona with their familiar colours. It is Giaro. And Barca attacking the goal away to our left in the first half. Giaro looking for Lopez, but here is Thorsen, who has a big role to play tonight. In the absence of the captain, as well as Giuliano, who such a focal point for the Roma team. Brooks got a fine goal last week. Carajuelo. Barcelona have the game's first throw-in. Coach Per Romeu, only 31 years of age. Started La Masia with the under-10s team. The assistant to Jonathan Heraldez for 3 years before his departure. He is in this competition this season with Lyon. Lopez, forward by Fontane. The cross is deep, and Barcelona look for the perfect start, which they have. 94 seconds. Esme Brooks with the opening goal. And Barcelona's first opportunity leads to the opening goal, and they are on the march once again. Tejas with the ball forward to find Bonmati, and it was lofted high. And the initial challenge was made by Nazareth and Carajuelo. And it was Brooks coming in behind to apply the finishing touch. Racheli Baldi, rather stuck on her goal line. So many bodies around her. Esme Brooks, the Dutch international, with her third goal in successive games. There finding the space, and it was a case of Roma being outnumbered at the far post. Thorsen, who was wearing the mask, was trying to lead, but now Barcelona win it back already. Carajuelo, she works the 1-2. Now Puteas. Carajuelo. In the end, it is Oladipo who gets the boot in, but only briefly. Lopez. Happy Leon. Tejas. In the end, Nazareth was closed down. Roma here chasing shadows already. Brooks. Happy Leon. Eventually cleared. There's pressure on Pilgrim, who is coming back to try and help out Thorsen. Straight to Happy Leon. Giaro. It's a good turn from Bonmati. Not quite the route for the shot. Stadio. Attack against defence at the moment. Barcelona coming forward in waves. It was Goretzka who broke things up. Back by Maya Alexandri. Happy Leon. Barcelona creating patterns that Roma are finding difficult to appreciate at the moment. Eventually, Rossatini's side. moment. There's very little they can do because they can't get the ball. Happy Leon. Roots, the goal scorer. Now Puteas. Parajuelo. The forward looking for Nazareth. Larson. All straight to Happy Leon. Iado going back to Alexandri, and here is Parajuelo. Just look at the number of Barcelona players around the Roma penalty area. Puteas, and in the end it bobbles through to Racheli Baldi. It's a moment of relief for Roma. It is exhibition stuff from Barcelona at the moment. The throw in towards Grecci. Grecci looking to burst away from the challenge of Badia. She's at least carried the ball deep into Barcelona territory, but it's cleared away by Alexandri. Now Mapi Leon. Looks as being waved upfield. Barcelona reaching the final in 6 of the last 7 editions, including the last 5. That's a record they share with Lyon. 3 victories, of course, against Chelsea in 2021 by 4-0. Wolfsburg in a real thriller 2 years later, 3-2, and then a more routine victory against Lyon 2 years ago. They were the red-hot favourites to beat Arsenal in their 100th European tie at the end of last season, but Arsenal found a way. Formatic. Roma have everybody back here. Pilgrim are the 2 strikers, and now they've got to try and get out to give players like Torsson a real target. Pilgrim. Van Diemen swirling it in behind, but Leon, even and Villa. Iado. Happy Leon. Parajuelo makes the run to the left. Puteas beaten to it by Torsson. And the goal scorer is Maybruts. Iado, Parajuelo. Puteas! Played well by Baldi. Roma quickly look to move forward with Vile. It's given away. A sizable crowd here at the Stadio Fontane. But at the moment, those supporting Roma watching their side undergo an ominous start. Parajuelo. Mapi Leon. Already Barcelona have completed well over 100 passes. Iado. And that's defended superbly by Catherine Vile. Nazareth was on her way to goal. Iado, who once again dominated the midfield. Ian was looking for the free kick, but nothing given. Alexandri. Barcelona have now completed 125 passes, Roma 24, which tells you all you need to know about the opening 10 minutes. Fontane. Mateas. After a 19-year-old, Vicky Lopez with the opportunity to take on Vile. Vile's done well. Harvey going down, but no free kick. Person in the stadium at the moment is Casacol, the Barcelona goalkeeper. I don't think she's had a touch yet. Stadio. The depot will shepherd the ball behind. The opportunity for Stadio. Baldi will get the goal kick, that's by the hook. Casova is on the bench again following injury for Roma this evening. Both players unable to gather. Again, Viola's done well, but then she's lost out. Work wide towards Badia. The crossing was defended well with Vicky Lopez looking to pass it on to it. Harvey. Alvia. Towards Pilgrim, but she gets there first. Briefly won back by Elena Rica. Barcelona again will set their tempo. Iano won all 7 games in Liga EFA so far this season, scoring 37 times and conceding only once, and they've scored at least 4 goals in 6 of those games, including a victory at one of their supposed challengers, Atletico Madrid, on Sunday. 6-0, 6 different goal scorers. It does feel as though, after the crushing disappointment at the end of last season against Arsenal in the final of the UEFA Women's Champions League, they are determined to really make a point in every game they play. Dawson will take the throw in here. Roma began the game well last week against Real Madrid. 2-2 heading towards half-time. They conceded just before the break and never really recovered. Badia, met by Oladipo. Sugar Oladipo, Nigerian international, as the shot is claimed by Baldi. Another Nigerian that Roma are missing tonight is Sola Babajide. Had a very good start to the season, playing as a striker, but he has joined Giuliano on the injured list. Giuliano did score in the closing moments against Milan at the weekend in Serie A. Roma scored twice in the closing stages to come back and win that game 2-1. Carafuelo. Naby Leon. So with well over 70% possession so far. Carafuelo. Naby Leon. Taken well by Nazareth. Formati. Just closed down by Femení. The home crowd appreciating the efforts of the Roma team to once again repel Barcelona. It was the Laia Pilgrim there trying to make something happen, but here is Vicky Lopez weaving her way through. Bonmati, Carafuelo, the good crossing just beyond Lopez. Albadia. Giano. Bonmati. Femení taken superbly by Lopez, but again Oladipo with a really good block. Naby Leon cleared away by Van Dijmen. Naby Leon with the scoop straight to Samantha Van Dijmen, and Oladipo can clear, but it will come straight back with Alexandri, a recent signing from Manchester City. UEFA Champions League experience previously in her career. On back well by Lopez. Support left and right. And here it is, but Bonmati's shot kept out superbly again. And the second effort turned aside by Valdi to deny Giano. Barcelona turning on the style, but it was Heatley with the first block, and then Valdi able to tip away. First Bonmati denied. First corner of the game for Barcelona. Played short. It was Vian who was on the end of that. The pressure from Carafuelo, and it will be a Roma throw-in in the end. Federica Carson will take this. The most experienced Champions League players in the Roma team. 45th appearance, Vian. She only had one player in support and couldn't find her. Brooks. Saw Harvey score a spectacular goal last week. And Roma did score on the counter-attack twice against Real Madrid, as the long-range effort there is palmed away by Valdi. Roma try and play it forward, and it will come straight back. Naby Leon. Carafuelo. Giano. Alexandri, and again Roma have pulled everybody back. 20 torrid solid minutes so far, but it's still only 1-0. Barcelona, Brooks, and it's over the top. It's the earlier opportunity. Great block first of all to keep that ball Matti, and then Guiado looked just to be snaking into that far post. Here's an opportunity, and it was Harvey who was on her way, and she puts the ball wide anyway. The whistle had gone. Vian here was challenged but still managed to squeeze the ball through. See Harvey's reaction there. She was onside of Badia, but it wouldn't have counted anyway. Vana Martincic giving Barcelona the free kick. And it was for the earlier challenge by Villa. Barcelona with 9 shots in the game so far, 4 on target. That effort from Harvey won't canvas one for Roma, would have been their first. Ricci. Here is Happy Leon. Brooks again, who was in field, and then Demon, the player who was fouled, and it will be a free kick. Clipped there by the goal scorer. Roma continue to keep Barcelona at bay. Goal was scored in the second minute, but no further addition so far. Here is Lopez. Catherine Bale will go across and played her pretty well so far. Nazareth. Skills once again. Nazareth. Arajuelo deflected, it will be a corner. second. Baldi once again trying to organise. Already has one goal in the game. Header over the top in the end from the captain, Fontane. More animated as a coach at the moment, which is maybe understandable. Romeo is a good deal calmer in terms of the volume. Try and bring it forward, but good challenge from Lopez, and after a good counter-attack, Giano was fouled. On Matty. Giano. Wanted the free kick, but Oladipo will win it back for Roma. Gradually, Roma are finding a way to deal with Barcelona more effectively here. Of course, they're still conceding plenty of territory and maybe even more possession, but Paracuelo, they're often being forced wide. Leon. Paracuelo closed down by Thorson. And Nazareth maybe just caught in the act of shooting there. No power behind the effort. Winona Heatley bouncing straight out of play, which is what Roma really need. They need to hold on to the ball and give their defenders maybe a breather. On the depot though, forcing Vile to scamper slightly. The pressure from Lopez, but Fontane again able to clear her lines, but now Mappy Leon. All three of the Women's Champions League victories for Barcelona. Not the only one of this team. Mappy Leon again, in towards Bonmati. Challenge comes in. It was Rika who just did enough before the shot, took a deflection all the way through, and it will be a corner kick. Rika was in there along with Oladipo to try and offer that defensive shield. Leon will take this. Work short. Badia. The angle opened up for Mappy Leon, and right across the face of goal by Giano. Harvey will clear. Johnson. Here is Onabadia. Abby Leon. Arajuelo. It's won back well by Pilgrim. No real support in the end. She poked him through and Alexandri was there ahead of Vian, but you can hear the applause from the home supporters because any foray into the Barcelona half is something to be appreciated at the moment. Barcelona's shot count is up to 13, but only 5 on target. Barca at home to Belgian club Leuven next. Here's an opportunity. Almost slipped through by Nazareth towards Lopez. Arajuelo. Aguiado. Abby Leon. Taken down well by Lopez. Chaos. Lopez again. Badia. Trying to thread the eye of a needle there, and Roma have the opportunity to bring the ball clear. It's been a punishing opening half hour or so for them, and it's given away here. And here is Paraguayo, great save by Baldi. Well, once again, the Roma keeper comes to the rescue. Nazareth doing well to intercept there, and Paraguayo with a clear sight of goal, but Baldi with a superb block. Well, Salman Paraguayo scored the only goal on the previous occasion. These two clubs met in Italy. That was at the Stadio Olimpico in the quarter-finals in 2023. The corner, landing off on the depot. Barcelona will get another set piece here. Corner number 5 for them. Forward again. Balde is locked down. The final touch was a Roma one. Balde. Great ball, but Rico was coming in behind her. Barcelona corner. Another in-swinger. Controlled at the far post by Guiano. Oladipo. Once again commanding the area. Under pressure though from Rutz. Algrecci. Van Diamond. Putting on the sort of performance which the fans at the moment can appreciate, because of course they'll be aware of Barcelona's talents. Roma here staying in the game, and maybe more than that here. Pilgrim with the cross, headed away by Badia. Alexandri. Roma in their fourth successive UEFA Women's Champions League, had only quarter-final came against Barcelona. They were unlucky last season, got 9 points. Were knocked out on their head-to-head record in the group stage against Wolfsburg, a group which also included Lyon. They've only failed to score in 3 of their previous 33 European ties. Here is Parajuelo though, another loose ball. For Matic. Stadio. The throw in the end, the former Manchester United player. Iaro. Amapi Leon. Reyes. And it's deeper this time. And Brooks and Parajuelo are there. Brooks with the fullback. Roma will clear, but it was Mapi Leon again. Parajuelo. Barcelona, as always, win it back, Badia. Mapi Leon, Parajuelo. Run by Brooks. Bit back in field towards Nazareth, but Portuguese international unable to turn, and now the Swiss international Pilgrim to move forward for Roma, but she's very quickly surrounded. We can often overlook Barcelona's work without the ball, but they really do implement that chaos theory of working incredibly hard in the opening seconds of a move breaking down to try and ensure they win it back. Baldi. For Vian. Drops out in the aerial duel. Thorson. Parajuelo convinced. Barcelona should have had the throw in, but here is Van Diamond. Hildreth. Still a nudge from Mapi Leon, and in the end she was pulled back. I think she made the most of it, but there was contact. This was the early ahead of Alexandri. Compromising central defending. She may have picked up a nod for her pace. Ball forward, seeking out Villa. Kantakos able to gather for pretty much the first time. 40th minute. Mapi Leon. Parajuelo. Again, she's got support. Field from Bateas. Well, Mati taking the long way round. Parajuelo. The captain, along with Kika Nazareth coming in at the far post. Parajuelo here, with that change of direction, and under pressure, sending it too high over the top. Well, this team have had their opportunities, but it's still only 1-0, and that goal was a long time ago. Possession has been hovering around 70% for Barcelona. Mateas. 1-2 from her. Towards Fontane. Lopez. Guiado. Well, again, looking to deal with Lopez, who fires in the cross, but Heatley was on the end of it. Chantry will just run it out of play. Vile will take the throw in for Roma. But you get to half-time, only a goal down. Considering how the game started, would at least give Luca Rossatini something to discuss and the opportunity to maybe reset. Arajuelo. Have only lost 2 of their previous 9 home games at this stage of the UEFA Women's Champions League. They have won 3 previous games played on match day 2, but on each occasion they weren't playing Barcelona. Vicky Lopez. Yeah. Harvey coming back to help out. Vile. Rika as well, trying to create some pressure. She's done so there to break things up. Lofted into the wide open space, and Matthew Leon will be beaten to it by Vian. Hilgrim. Well, it will go down as Roma's first shot. Has no real support. And you feel that's the way that Roma could find some joy in this game. Yeah, using the ball well, but Hilgrim with an optimistic effort. It was Rika who did well to career through a couple of challenges. Demon. Aware of the case of Arajuelo, but instead has given the ball away. Nazareth. Brooks. Nazareth. From Mateas. There's a mistake, and here's an opportunity. And it's Vian, all on her own, and the save is made by Cole. Roma with a glorious opportunity to equalise on the stroke of half-time. The mistake by Laia Alexandri, and Evelyn Vian, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He was unable to supply the finish. Badia. To a minimum of 1 more minute. Stadio. Fontane. Leon. Tejas. Mati. Parafuelo Brut. Mati takes over. Again, a white wall in front of every Barcelona player in this sort of situation. Guiado. Thorsten scrambling the ball behind. May just be time for the corner kick. Missed the opportunity. Alexandri with the misjudgment. And Evelyn Villa streaking clear, but Catacol making the save. Corner kick there is guided away. Lopez. Roma really need the half-time whistle here. There it is. So Barcelona lead, scoring with their first attack. Esme Barut scrambling in after a high ball into the penalty area from Adana Bonmati wasn't cleared. Barcelona have had so many opportunities since then, but they've not been taken. And just before half-time, Evelyn Vian missing a great opportunity to equalise for the home team. Half-time, Roma 0, Barcelona 1. Payol. Barcelona have been full of opportunities in the first half. Roma get the second half underway, with Barcelona leading by a goal to nil, and the Catalans attacking the goal away to our right in the second half. The goal right at the start of the first half. And Demon stepping in before Parajuelo. Pilgrim. Van Diemen, but it's won back by Corteas. All the way back to Catatol, who had nothing to do in the first half until the final moments when she made a fine save to keep out Ivan Ampia. Roma did make the most of very few opportunities in the first half last week, and almost did likewise here against another Spanish club. Iaro. Alice Corelli was preparing to come on for Roma, but no sign of her yet. Teas. Clever run again from her. Badia offering support, but Amelia Harvey wins it back, but only briefly. Bonmati. Teas, Bonmati, no power. Comfortable save for Racheli Baldi, who did make one or two really good stops in the first half. Roma had to come through qualifying to get to this stage. The Aktobe, Sparta Praha and Sporting. It was a dramatic victory in Portugal. Valentina Bergamaschi, who is on the bench, scored the goal which sent them through. They were 1-0 down following the first leg, and was 2-0 in Portugal to make it through once again. Challenge there on Nazareth, certainly uncompromising from Heatley, coming from behind as well. Iado, Badia, Teas, Rica stepping in. They've got stepped on as well, but he was able to clear. Carson. There is Alexandri, who made that mistake which almost allowed an equalising goal for Villa just before half-time. That wins in 11 games is Barcelona's record in the Women's Champions League. Here is Vian shoot once again, but Alexandri gets there first this time. The flag was up. Now Vian just making that move too soon. The referee is heading across to the screen here to look at that challenge by Heatley on Nazareth inside the penalty area. Astrid Rafalski, the VAR official, has encouraged the referee to go and take a second look at this, and Ivana Martincic is doing so at the moment. Martincic deep in conversation with those who have an extra view. And it's a penalty kick. An opportunity for Barcelona to double their lead. No real complaints from Roma. Keekly coming in from behind. Certainly caught Nazareth. Was nowhere near the ball. You can see the appeals from the Barca replacements on the far side. And Alexia Putellas will take the penalty kick. Looking to create more history in a storied career. The Barcelona captain. She has 26 UEFA Women's Champions League goals already. And Putellas puts it over the top. Well, what an escape for Roma. She had the opportunity to become Spain's highest ever scorer in this competition. And she clipped it way too high. And the reprieve for the Italian giants. Leon. Will that sting Barcelona into action here? It's been given away. Vile. Will be a throw-in for Roma. Barcelona have been playing with this one-goal lead for a long time now. Oladipo. Kick. Harvey, the player who was impeded. Catherine Vile will take this. Who was won titles right across Europe. Sweden, Denmark and England. Recently with Crystal Palace. Women's Super League in England. Fontane. Stadio.
Cambio de dirección, durísimo.
Way as far as Fontane. And Fontane are both level on 26 European goals. Sergio Mosso also on that mark. Surprisingly, the highest scorers in Spanish history in this competition. Rafi Leon, Arajuelo. Giado, Rafi Leon, Giado, in the end, Van Diemen is able to make the challenge, but the cross is delivered all the way across the 6-yard area. There may have been a touch there at the near post. Terrific football again from Barcelona. Parajuelo certainly clicked on. It will be a corner kick. Parajuelo once again with a dangerous ball into the area. Corner. Scum. Roma will bring it clear. Not back by Lopez. Matti. Leon. Iaro. Maracuelo. Diaz. Harvey will try and thread it through to Vian, but we're in another spell of the game here where Barcelona are dominating the ball and dominating territory. Matti, Mateas, Iano. Nazareth was trying to turn, but Grecci does well, and Van Diemen driving Pilgrim. The ball in field, looking for Grecci, is cut out, and here is Lopez. Lopez works that 1-2. Seemed to have room there, but in the end, Baldi is able to swoop on it. Again, when Vicky Lopez comes in field, technicians in the Barcelona team always have the opportunity to play her in. Quickness of the mark. Mateas. Nazareth. Lipo doing well. Looking for that ball in behind again. And Demon doing well. Kadenci. That's a good ball. Pilgrim. Vian waits in the centre with Harvey. Happy Leon to take on. Pilgrim to the byline, side netting. And it's another glimpse of goal for Roma. Alaya Pilgrim using her pace. Vian and Harvey were both waiting. Harvey unmarked at the far post, but in the end she went for goal. Stadium full of optimistic Roma fans at the moment, but the cross in from Nazareth comes back, and there is the second. No mistake this time. A superb finish to double Barcelona's lead. Pace of Maracuelo, and then hammered in by Nazareth, and the player brought in to deputise for Eva Payol produces a devastating finish, which should take Barcelona well beyond the challenge of Roma here. Nazareth scoring her 13th UEFA Champions League goal. And now Alexandri, Nazareth and Lopez all depart. Irene Paredes, Claudia Pina and Caroline Graham Hansen come on. Paredes, the veteran, this 63rd Champions League game. Caroline Graham Hansen, the Norwegian international. The change has also been made for Roma as well. Alice Corelli coming on. Vian, who makes way. hat-tricks in Liga EFA this season. And 12 goals in her last 9 games of the UEFA Women's Champions League. Started Roma's late comeback against Milan with an equalising goal on Sunday. 2 wins out of 2 for them in Serie A. Finished 3rd last season after back-to-back titles, but Juve and Inter saw them off. Barcelona scoring 7 minutes after the penalty miss. Pirelli making her way towards the penalty area. Pilgrim waiting at the far post. Maffilé on clearance. It'll fall to Pilgrim. She really took a slash at that over the head of Pirelli, but Van Diemen. Carson continuing here, but ball from Pilgrim won't find her. Barcelona now in firm control if they weren't already. Claudia Pina stepping off the bench. The role she's played so well for Barcelona for so many years. Stadio. Graham Hansen. Here is Vile. Now Pilgrim. One thing or the other, just about grips out of play. But Pilgrim's pace is starting to be an issue for Barcelona. Julia Harvey, though, was nowhere near that against national teammate now, Caroline Graham Hansen, both mainstays of the Norway team. With 25 European goals, is only 1 behind a bunch of current and former Barcelona players who currently share the record. And Diemen. Now Harvey. Vile. Took a deflection off Badia, but ball is able to gather. Barcelona's 2 defeats in the UEFA Women's Champions League, coming against English clubs last season. Manchester City on match day 1, and Arsenal in the final. They won every game in between, including a pair of 4-1 victories against Chelsea in the semi-finals. They scored 18 goals in 4 games against Wolfsburg and Chelsea in the knockout phase. Brooks. Sayat. That cross fits in and palmed away by Baldi. Baldi may have hurt herself here. Certainly stick delivery. Caroline Graham Hansen was in there along with Parajuelo, and I think Baldi may have landed awkwardly on that left leg. Olivier Barcelona is on the bench, although Barcelona loanee Julia Dragoni will be coming on. Rossettini has seen his team create fleeting opportunities in this game. 5 attempts on goal now, just that one on target in the first half of Evelyn Villa. Barcelona have had 28 on target now, and of course a penalty from Alexia Putellas wasn't one of them. Baldi looks okay. Changes will come before the resumption. It's Harvey who comes on, but Valentina Bergamaschi comes on, the player who scored the goal which sent Roma into the league phase this season. And Elia Pilgrim also making way. Julia Dragoni, 18 years of age, born in Milan, on loan from Barcelona, scored 3 times for them in the Women's Champions League last season. Bergamaschi has been around the top of the Italian game for some time, also played for Milan and Juve. His goal attempts heavily in Barcelona's favour. Roma have stuck at it, not caved in, and against a team of Barcelona's quality, sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture. Well, that's a lovely spin from Graham Hansen. And it's a corner kick conceded by Heatley. Graham Hansen is always a player who seems to see different pictures to others. Number 8 for Barcelona. Comfortably cleared. Aguileon's delivery. Villa. Dragoni doing well. Morelli. Quickly one back. Matti. Stadium doubles up as rugby union crowd. Roma share it with the local team. Also been a base for Roma's under-19 side when they featured in the UEFA Youth League. Graham Hansen, scoop, will find her again, she then goes down, and the penalty kick's been given again, and once again it's a challenge by Winona Heatley, and she concedes her second penalty. Work back in field towards Bonmati, and Hansen, challenged by Heatley. And the arm was raised there. Handball is the call, although it was a heavy challenge as well on Graham Hansen. So Alexia Putellas has already missed one. She she has the ball in her hands. Once again, Katrin Rafalski is checking this. Mateas, not fazed by the earlier miss. Penalty has been given. Alexia Mateas with the opportunity to make it 3, and this time she does. And she becomes Spain's record goal scorer in the UEFA Women's Champions League. 27 goals for Alexia Putellas. The first penalty was glazed over. That one was buried in the corner. And Barcelona lead 3-0. Stadio is preparing to come on. 17-year-old. Barcelona keep rolling players off their production line. So many of these players started life as footballers in La Masia at a very young age. Barcelona finally have a scoreline which reflects their dominance in the game. Pina, through to Paracuelo. Pina again, just wide, and Baldi was rooted to the spot there. Claudia Pina. Such sharp feet around the penalty area. And it's Giado who has gone off to be replaced by Stadio. Scored a goal for Spain in their final victory in the UEFA Under-19 Championships against France. This second appearance in this competition after making her debut last week. Now Roma needs to stand firm and not be completely swamped, which is easier said than done. Mateas. Paredes. Now Graham Hansen driving forward again away from Oladipo, and the cross cleared. As far as Bonmati, Mateas, Pina, the player who has gone down. Paracuelo, more central role for the moment. Paracuelo. Good turn again. Bonmati, Graham Hansen. That cross causing more problems. Toason was on the end of that. Amateur safety by Bergamaschi. Pina. Vile. Barcelona again. Around the Roma penalty area here. What the team side society to try and ensure it's not a very long 15 minutes to come. It will be a corner kick conceded by Thorson. The trickery from Graham Hansen. Thorson was on the end of that. Corner flat towards the near post and scramble behind for another. Barcelona's corner count in double figures now. Once again is over this. All the way through, it was Mateus at the near post who nearly got the touch. Stadio, that's a clever turn. Back by Paredes, but now Roma with the glimpse of a counter-attack, but it's quickly shut down by Mappy Leon. Rutz. Pina. Thorson. Again conceding a corner and she limps away. Those players who never gives you a moment's peace. Corner from her. Well, for Paredes. Matti. Oh, it's a free header. And in the end, it was Mateus' effort. And a great block by Oladipo. Guided into the path of Mateus via a deflection. It was a clever header from Ismail Brooks. Once again, Oladipo has had a fine game for Roma. Getting the telling touch, but the Barcelona pressure is not going away at the moment. Baldi failing to claim, but Roma are able to clear. Graham Hansen. Stadio. Paredes, Pina, Diaz, Pina, Brooks involved, Pina who then goes down. Well, it certainly appeals to one or two Barcelona players, not least Pina, but nothing given for now. But here it's Mateus, Pina racing back to get onside. Brooks. Well, Matti really demanded that ball, but delivered across in the end. But here it's Mateus. Back pass, but he steps in before Araquelo. Roma heading for their second defeat. They play Valerenga next, who've also lost their opening two games. They've also got away games coming up against Leuven and Chelsea. The home game here against St. Polten. Second week in November is when match day 3 is played. Graham Hansen. Stadio is very quick and delivers the ball in, and Peter's shot blocked by Torsten. Ball may have actually gone out there, and a goal kick's been given. Now Sydney certainly will be coming on for Barcelona, and Alexia Putellas will hand over the armband to Maria Paredes. And Putellas with 2 penalties in the second half, 1 missed, 1 scored. She's become Spain's highest scorer in the UEFA Women's Champions League, and she's replaced by another player looking to make an impression. 18-year-old Swiss international, Sydney certainly, signed from Grasshoppers of Zurich. She has a goal in this competition, this is her 5th appearance. Barcelona with a home game next against Belgian Leuven. Big game still to come. Going to be a home match with Chelsea. They also play Paris FC. They travel to Lisbon to play Benfica. Matti working it wide, Pina's shot blocked by Rika. Certainly. Jordi. The beauty of this Barcelona squad is that when players come on, they just slot into the system and everyone knows their role. And Matty's shot whistles over the top. Roma maybe readying more changes. They travel to Naples to face Napoli. Their next game in Serie A. Barcelona at home to Granada. Of course, there is an international break coming up before the end of the month as well. Both Spain and Italy were beaten by England on their way to the European Championships. Here are the changes. Annalena Rika had a good game, was replaced by Marta Pandini. And Catherine Molakul replaces Catherine Weil. Molakul, Danish international, signed from Arsenal. And Pandini, another very experienced player, scored twice in the qualifying rounds. Formerly with Inter. Certainly. Pina. She's always looking for that curler. See why Claudia Pina scores so many goals. That low centre of gravity really gives her the opportunity to twist in field. Up for offside. The ball has gone out as well. Short corner. Baldi calming the ball to safety for now. Stadio. Van Diemen with the header away. Corelli. She was scored, it will be a free kick. No doubt it's been a tough start for Roma, facing two top Spanish teams. Top four in the league phase of the UEFA Women's Champions League go straight through to the quarter-finals. The following 8 teams will play off for the right to join them. Series of playoffs. Two surprising results so far, which maybe cast some doubt on the pre-season predictions about maybe doing what, but not too many will be surprised to see Barcelona with 2 wins on the board. Here is Pina. Garson. Mappy Leon, Fontane, Roma, once again, waiting their moment to break things up. Baldi clears. The free kick's been given for the nudge on Stadio. Stadio now. Happy Leon. Barcelona do have the ability to make the audacious team routine. Paredes. Happy Leon. Romeo has rotated 1 or 2 things. They could have scored more goals, but they've certainly dominated the game. 26 attempts on goal. Graham Hansen. Dragoni has lost out. Graham Hansen. Deepo will clear, but certainly turn from Fontane, but the shot deflected wide. Rafaelo with the final effort. Badia could line up the shot, which took a deflection and into the arms of Baldi. Back to Van Diemen. Dragoni. Bergamaschi. Corelli. Oscillating Paredes. Paredes using her experience. Corelli though trying to go beyond to get help from Grenci. Barcelona heading for their 9th win of the season in all competitions. Claudio Pina and Graham Hansen will make it 4. And the Norwegian may have had the final word. And she always seems to be in space, and she certainly was there. Fontane on the burst, Pina finding Graham Hansen. And it was a simple tap-in. Would make it 4-0. And the scoreline has become finally emphatic for Barcelona as we head into 5 minutes of added time. Caroline Graham Hansen on the mark for another season, yet another season in the UEFA Women's Champions League. Her 26th goal, this 88th appearance. That goal, the 29th attempt on target for Barcelona, or rather 29th attempt on goal, 11th on target. Roma were looking for the free kick, but it seems to have gone Barcelona's way, and words are just exchanged between Corelli and Paredes. Just stepping in to have words. No yellow cards so far this evening. Paredes was maybe caught there initially by Corelli, and then there was an aftermath as well, and Corelli offering the hand, which Paredes then spurred. Certainly, Balajuelo ahead of her. She loses out, but there's Stadio. Fontane. Barcelona keen for more goals here. Fontane. Happy Leon. Roma trying to keep them at bay, but maybe they can do more than that here. Van Diemen. Paredes though will clear. Cool. Balajuelo trying to step back onside. Pina. Again, Barcelona have scored at least 4 goals this season. They've done that now in 8 of 9 games, as Corelli does receive a yellow card here for that challenge. Maybe no surprise it's on Paredes. Maybe that's a hangover from what happened before. The referee hadn't forgotten, and Alice Corelli goes into the box. Final minute of added time. Stadio. There'll be time for one more Barcelona corner. Leon will take this. Barcelona have travelled here, and the goals keep coming. Very short, the angle opened out for Mapileon to sweep this high. And Demon will clear Corelli. Barcelona recover possession. And that's it. Another big win for the Catalans. 4-0 the full-time score. They even had the luxury of a missed penalty from Alexia Putellas in the second half, but she eventually scored another. And Barcelona won this game in characteristic fashion. Another big defeat for Roma, but they played two very good sides over the last week or so. They will hope there may be more opportunities to pick up points later on in the league phase. But Barcelona show no sign of stopping here at the moment. Full time, Roma 0, Barcelona 4.
The Roma Barcelona views, that was another one of the games we saw in the 3 p.m. windows. But staying on this Chelsea game, let's talk about Alyssa Thompson, because she was the woman of the night. She got a goal, she got an assist, obviously an American as well. Great to see.
Mm.